What's going on, y'all? It is I, some Joe Schmo, back here. Fresh cut, fresh clean, feeling good, and we have made it. Season 4, Episode 8 of Black Sails. 38. Timed correctly here. I guess it is going to be like up to Chapter 40 at this point, though, right? We have 3 episodes left and counting with this season finale here of Black Sails, and so many things are happening. There's a lot that happened with that last episode, guys, with my boy Flint. Obviously, it sounded like he's about to get murked here in the next couple episodes. That crack shot theory I had there, that little schmo call there at the end, basically, my thoughts are pretty firm in the sense of Flint is probably going to have to die to see like the betterment, the world in which him and Mr. Hamilton set out to essentially do. That's going to be the catalyst in it all, right? Is going to be Flint's death, which is kind of poetic when you really think about it and when you really like cut it down. Went out there, sorry, putting chapstick on here, set out on this path with Love and Hamilton, Mrs. Barlow, everyone that was kind of helming this whole eventual kind of outcome here, which is to set Nassau free, is coming to fruition. And that's why I think that at the center of all of it is going to be Flint. I think it's going to be the most poetic kind of death that we're going to see here. At least I hope. Flint's a badass. If he goes out as a badass, I think that's pretty cool too. But regardless, Jack coming in with this whole stipulation from Grandma at Guthrie about, yeah, this is all going to work out, but you gotta take out Flint. John thinking that maybe this outcome is going to lead to him having to take out Flint. Though at the end of the day, right, it's like I feel like all parties are going to have to convey or meet up at least in one centralized location, and obviously what location better than Nassau. But, if there's one long-term aspect of this entire, not only season and a half of buildup, but Roger's eventually getting his, man. The past episode or two, I kind of flushed out a little bit more of his character, what he's capable of. Yeah, they tried to humanize him a little bit in that last episode. I wasn't feeling it, though. Wasn't feeling it. If anything, I have more kind of guilt about Eleanor's death than anything. But Mr. Rogers, man, I can't wait to see what his outcome is as a character. I'm looking forward to it. And I know you guys are looking forward to this reaction here. So we're going to stop talking. We're going to get into it. But we have 3 more episodes after this one. Or with this one being done, 3 more. I guess with this one, after this one will be 2 more, but we have 3 including this one, so we're going to stop talking. We're going to get into this. We have 3 weeks left, y'all, of Black Sails reactions, so I hope you guys are looking forward to it. Let's go ahead and do it. Episode 8, titled 38. Ooh, what's happening here? Ominous, dark, going back to the Guthrie residence. Oh, a little thud. Oh, secret door. Y'all, secret compartments, secret doors, secret dungeons always jack me up. Not really sure what happened there, but something ominous. Something dangerous. Hooba stank. That was a close one.
If this plan to secure the cash ends badly for me, you can be
certain
it will end badly for you.
You could have just said something, right? You could have just said, hey, I'll unload a gun in my head. What is this, like a ledger of some sort?
That's how close Mr. Gates was to Flint. Stored his most prized possessions in his cellar. Avery's journals.
Oh, damn.
Despite that measure of trust, all it took was a disagreement over a little money for Flint to kill him.
It's a little more complicated than that, no?
It happened with Gates and Flint. It will happen with Flint and Silver.
Damn, man. So many people trying to break up this friendship. It's like the world's out to get us.
You want the exchange of the money to happen off this island. Somewhere no one need know of it. There it is. You will lead them there, and they will follow you.
Navita, where's this at? What island's this?
Kofi and his men are on their way to Nassau.
What happens after this?
They'll use resistance routes to evade detection by the governor's soldiers.
Oh, he's like, that's not what I meant. Like, what about us, Flint? What about us as friendship goals?
What happens after all of it? I saw what came of Nassau when it was touched by it. In the first instant, it was deprived of Eleanor Guthrie's commerce, or Jack Rackham's prosperity, or Wood's Road to suppression. There's nothing in Nassau but horror. He said it was just a transition. There's something better lay beyond it, something meaningful.
I mean, it's kind of hard for it to progress when it's constantly changing hands.
What if the result of this war isn't beyond the horror?
It is,
What if it is
though.
the horror itself? Have you given this any thought at all?
I mean, it kind of goes back to what Mrs. Bonnie was saying about it, right? It's like this freaking island just takes everything out of us, brings out the worst in people.
If we are to truly reach a moment where we might be finished with England, there most certainly lies a dark moment between here and there. A moment of terror.
Yeah, gotta crack a few eggs to make an omelet.
Everything appears to be without hope. But I cannot believe that that is all there is.
Yeah, I mean, especially with how much Flint has invested into this whole thing.
Incapable of surviving in the state to which we were born. Grown so
Damn, man.
used to the yoke that there can be no progress without it.
See, that's what I love about these like conversations with Flint and John, man. They feel just so emotional, has such like weight to it.
We'll have the right people in place to lead us through it and hold the world together while it finds its balance.
You think so much of what you and I can accomplish together.
You and her.
Yeah, like foreshadowing much? Oh, man.
She's as wise as her father. She's as strong as her mother. There isn't a man or woman in Nassau who'd argue that she isn't the best of them all. Cash is critical to our war, but so is she.
Yeah, he wasn't lying about it, right? It's like, of course, if you present him an argument of like what's more important, he's going to say like the cash is, yeah. But that doesn't mean that he doesn't think anything less of her.
I think that you are the best of us.
Oh, God. David Grohl. The best, baby. Oh, get out of here with that. Oh. Oh, and then these two girls having a moment. God dang this show. It's going to get me, isn't it?
I believe I have persuaded them our proposal is sound, and still the questions continue. But I feel as though something is coming. A moment in which this will cease to be our idea and become her own.
Yeah, gonna get easily written out of that equation, huh?
I don't know who broke it first, but it broke, and there ain't no
Yep.
putting it back together again.
What about super glue? We can... if Humpty Dumpty can do it, why not us, right? We can evolve. You know, I gotta acknowledge something really quickly, guys. I'm sorry. I know I should be writing down all these names. I have a pretty good memory. I, for the life of me, cannot remember the girl from the brothel here that's been in this entire like 4 seasons. The name keeps escaping me, but I love the fact that she's still with us for like 4 seasons, and I still don't remember her name.
I know you intend to ransom away that slave woman to Captain Flint and his maroon allies in exchange for the pirates' cache of gems.
Yeah, what up?
Brazenly
What are you gonna do about it?
this bargain. Did you really believe that no one would find out about it? That I wouldn't find out?
Yeah, more importantly, how did you find out?
The threat that they presented us is
The
dumb.
threat the pirates present has never been greater. Their intent is to cause terror and destruction until civilization simply ceases to function. The threat...
The defense of civilization is not your responsibility, sir!
Ooh, damn. Amazing thing to say. Yeah, taking on the weight of the world, it's not your responsibility.
If they see skirmishes begin again on this island, and they know that it was because you invited it, then you are going to have a mutiny on your hands, sir.
Oh, that's a warning, son. That's what I'm saying, dude. Rogers doesn't give a shit, dude. He's lost everything. Jesus, what is all this?
I fear for my husband's safety, from men I've long called enemies, from men I once called friends. I will move heaven and earth to protect him. But while playing this role, the limits of my influence are ever present.
No, well, I want to know what's in the diary. I wanted to hear more. Something in there. I mean, you can't just introduce a diary to me and read one sentence and be done with it.
Looks like she's been waiting for us.
It looks like she knew where to wait for us.
Everyone with the scope. Oh no, they found the men.
He caught them. How's that possible overnight?
They know. Son of a bitch, Billy. Bitch boy Billy, man. Yeah, we got a problem. Every time an execution like this happens on the English side, I'm always thinking about that conversation about how civilized we are.
Back the four topsails. Bring us about.
Back the foretop! Gun crews at the ready! Bring us about!
What are you doing? If we bring our guns to bear, you'll think twice about killing her.
Belay that order!
We're already fractured. Yeah, as a guy on the ship too, I'd be like, what do we do?
Go get what?
Oh, he's gonna have him get the cash.
What did you bring with us?
Your plan failed.
So what's happening, huh? We going through with it.
Bring it up here.
Shit. Shit.
Signal him. Go!
Maybe it's like the pettiness in my head, but I was like, if I kind of low-key want to see this blow up in John's face to be like, yeah, there's no way out of this. You just fucked yourself. But again, dude, Billy's like playing it low-key. Are they gonna escort him downstairs, right? Or is he gonna like finally show that he's part of him? And the fracturing has already started. Yeah, I'm like low-key on on Flint's side for this whole shit, dude. Because I agree. Like Maddie's gonna come back and just be pissed about it, and then like, what was it for, you know?
This should be good.
Hey, what's up, Mapleton, baby girl? Back to fruitful living.
You are Governor Rogers' woman, are you not?
I am, which is why I believe you and I may be able to help each other. The governor moves in a dark and destructive direction. His grief and his anger, I believe, have unmoored him from sound judgment and have left us all in grave danger if he is not...
You don't say. Was that between the gunfire, the cannonballs raining down, Spain coming in? What part was he unhinged during?
I found a journal Eleanor kept. In it, she mentioned that when Nassau last threatened to descend into chaos, you were the one to whom she turned to help prevent it. The men surrounding the governor now have all failed to challenge him in any meaningful way. If I could provide you with information from inside his office...
Oh shit, she's gonna funnel that info?
...onto the council.
Whoo, girl!
That sounds an awful lot like treason to me.
Yeah. Who would have known people in power would have commit treason?
Do you hope to gain from this? Eleanor promised me passage to London.
Yep. Yeah, Mapleton's like, why the hell do I care about you? I barely had any interaction with you.
When you asked me if I could help you learn where the governor's ship went, to what place he drew Captain Flint, I
was it
thought
Jack?
unlikely I could be of much help. But you will never believe what just walked through my door.
No shit. Mapleton was already she already had people there. Dude, who would have known Mapleton was the catalyst to it all? She's bringing us all back together.
The red alliance with them in that direction becomes the course the governor will set to reach our final destination.
How do you know
Which
that?
is where? Come on, son. It's my job to know this.
Destination. Why can't he just plot a course directly to a spot in the charts?
Because Skeleton Island is not on any chart.
Oh, shit. Skeleton Island. The mythos.
It's
Okay.
been used from time to time for transactions neither party wished would ever be acknowledged.
Like what?
I let you try it your way. I did trust you. But I'm through wagering with her life now. If what it takes to secure her release is to turn over the cash, I'm very glad I brought it with me.
Oh, it's happening. It's happening. Mother and father are fighting.
The number of times I have followed you blindly. Backed you with the men blindly, put men in the fucking ground. Good men, friends, because you said, I know the way. Don't ask me how, just do as I say. And God damn it, right now you're going to return the favor.
Ooh, heard a little bit of that accent. Right now.
But do not ask me to choose between a war and a wife. I do not think you're
Yeah.
going to like the answer.
I already chose between you and a friend and Billy, so, you know, your luck's dwindling.
I do not expect your understanding, but I demand your support as my partner.
Oh.
As my friend.
As my friend. Oh, God, there it is.
Do I have it?
Yes.
Do I have it?
Just say yes. Little white light goes a long way. Come on.
You killed a friend of mine. Her name was Charlotte.
Ah.
You did
Yeah,
it
when
for
she went on
reasons I
that.
had nothing to do with her.
Yeah, she went all postal, huh?
There were men I knew that would have killed you for me. I wanted to ask them. But
Cool,
Max
thanks.
refused. I couldn't tell then if it was because she was afraid of you. I wouldn't have blamed her, I was. Or if it was something else.
Like she actually cares about you.
But I respected her wishes, obeyed when she said we'd protect you despite what you'd done. Do you know why?
This episode, or this show, it makes me realize how petty I am. Because this show, sometimes I feel like certain characters overlook certain aspects of like another character's like wrongdoings of them, and they'll like disregard it, but then they'll like take up revenge in another manner, which is like, where do we stand in terms of relationships?
Because despite the world reminding her every day of her life that she's undeserving of being given anything by it, that she was unworthy of what little she'd managed to take from it, despite all of that, she never believed a word of it. That woman has been fighting the whole goddamn world since the day she was born.
Damn,
She's a
respect.
breath away from winning that fight. For whatever reason, she wants to share the spoils with you.
Adelaide, man, jeez. Man, now I feel bad. Yeah, now I feel bad about your friend. I'm sorry.
Walk with me.
Mrs. Guthrie, Grandma Guthrie, has an aura of like power to her that like if she asks me to do something, I'm doing it. I It's like everyone's got a grandma like that, right? They say something, like, yes, ma'am, right on it.
How well did you know my granddaughter?
I knew her well.
Was she happy? There are things I know about Nassau, about her. There are things that are harder to know across an ocean.
I honestly do not know.
Oh, you could tell she like missed out on a relationship with her granddaughter.
A fantasy that despite what we'd heard of her, she was learning, growing, and that someday she'd seek me out. A woman who reminded me of myself when I was young.
She was trying to. That was kind of the gameplay originally, and things changed.
It's the wrong river and the wrong woman, but perhaps to get even this close to a fantasy or something.
Oh, she's seeing Eleanor in her shit. That's badass.
So now all that's left to know about this venture is who's going to lead it.
Yeah, can we revisit that question? Can we come back at a later date to that and just like hope it works out? Because in my head, I'm like, Jack probably thinks he's owning this, but I'm sure that Mrs. Guthrie's going to be like, I want you to lead this, Max.
The only male heir to his family's banking operation. Supremely uncurious, bordering on dim, but fundamentally decent.
Yeah, but he's a pretty boy. That's all that matters. Or is it just the illusion of a man in charge?
His family would be relieved beyond measure that he'd found himself a future far away from their business. He'd come with money, he'd open doors to new partners.
Oh, she's setting him up for this, like a marriage?
You think he would listen to me as an advisor? You think he would listen to me as a wife?
I suppose it needn't be him.
But knowing like this whole thing, yeah, you're going to marry this man and then he's going to try to prove a point and be like, I can be intelligent, right? It's like, that would be my luck in this situation.
The toll is small, but it must be paid. Tell me you're ready to pay it, and you and I will walk downstairs. I will introduce you to him, and as I imagine you'll have no difficulty taking things from there.
Why do I feel like this is super sus though, man? Like does it feel manipulative or am I just reading the situation wrong? I don't know. It kind of feels like, I don't know. It's like almost like putting her back into a indentured servitude role to him, but at the same time having power.
That man, I have it on good authority, is the last man on this island once sailed with Avery.
Ooh,
Claims
okay.
to have been to Skeleton Island and can show us the way.
And you believe he can do it?
Yeah, this man is whack. How do you trust a man like this?
Wouldn't it make a whole lot more sense to just wait for the governor to kill him for us?
If Woods Rogers secures that cash, he secures his position here as well. He wins. Everything we need is on that island.
Damn, it's gonna be a rendezvous at Skeleton Island, man. Whoo!
Why are we still standing here?
Yeah, just bribe him in booze. Unless he passed out. Was that man dead drunk? What was that sound?
This will pass. That's the end of this conversation.
The crown does not divide. It cannot be shared. You know it. You want it done. You just don't know how to ask yet.
Hear me very clearly.
Yeah, talk to your boy. Here we go.
You will make no move against him. not speak of doing so to any man on this crew, nor to me again.
Why do I feel like Israel's just still gonna do it no matter what? Yo, dude. My man's a recluse.
Fuck you doing out here? It's a fucking mess out here. Come inside.
She has committed to the plan. To me.
Okay.
The moment we have been working towards since we arrived.
And yet you look just completely defeated, though.
That's good news. So why do you look like that?
I told her I could not agree to it.
You told her no.
Excuse me?
The man of her choosing, and she wants me to be his wife.
His wife?
In name only and for appearance's sake, nothing more.
Yeah, just to put on the papers. For tax purposes.
Remember when I first met Eleanor, how stunned I was. A woman who spoke the way she did, who had no fear of the world or the men who reigned over it. When I became her lover, I watched the decisions she made and resolved to learn from them. When I became her rival, I watched the mistakes she made and resolved never to repeat them. But at the end, when I felt I had surpassed her in every way, it seemed as though there was something she was still trying to say to me.
Like, be your own woman, do your own thing.
Because it would have come at the expense of the one she loved. She was trying to tell me, I just could not hear her.
Oh shit, is she expressing her love for Bonnie here?
I said no to Marion Guthrie's plan. Despite having no alternative and at the risk of losing the entire endeavor, as I refused to situate a man in a position where he might interfere one day with my ability to repair things with you. You are the bravest person I have ever known. The truest person I have ever known. I am so sorry for working so hard to protect the wrong things.
Oh, that was a genuine apology. Man, why can't I have people in my life that tell me that? She's accepting her apology. Shit, yeah. And Bonnie's like, never fucking do that to me again. Never betray me. Yo, that would be sick if, like, I mean, I know it would never happen, right? But if, like, Bonnie ends up just, like, getting with, or Max ends up getting with Bonnie, and then Bonnie ends up becoming, like, the leader of Nassau somehow.
The story, as it was
It's gotta be so tense on this boat right now.
Was the first Englishman to find the island. The Spanish had been using it to conduct illicit transactions for decades. He and his crew of 44 arrive on sailing land.
Oh, shit. Oh, we're gonna ambush him? Dude, this is sick. Look at that mist coming in.
They see something most unexpected.
Dude, this is sick.
She was Spanish, but not one of the ships they'd been hunting. This ship had been there far longer than that.
Wait, what's on this island then?
Log identifies her having set sail from Havana in 1636. Avery finds the remains of all 31 slaughtered. Evidence that a number of them had been dismembered while still alive. All 31 bodies were found still.
It was like a predator?
Locked inside the hold. Locked from within.
What?
They ate each other alive.
What the fuck?
The crew had refused to go inland to forage for food or for fresh water.
Because? Oh shit, that's dope as
The first
fuck.
men had returned, reporting sounds coming from the forest.
What is it?
The men said it sounded to them like the voice of God.
The voice of God? Like a haunting? I feel like I need more context about what that means, like for the island or what's going on in the island. Just like a bad place or bad juju?
It's an open question how much of this story Avery invented is how undeniably effective that story has been in achieving a result.
It's no accident that Billy chose it. A place likely to put us all out of balance.
Wait, who was that?
Where our imaginations might run wild.
They didn't kill John, right? That was just a long-haired dude?
If we are to survive this experience, if our cause is to survive.
Wait, is he just like casting doubt on this man?
Mr. Silver, I fear, is compromised in this regard. I find myself in need of a new partner.
Dude! Flynn! Now I don't even know if that story's even true. I don't know if he's like being truthful about it or if he's just like trying to find an objective of like getting someone new. Oh man, it's like he's restarting. Wait, does that mean that we're not friends anymore, Flint?
I knew it would come to this.
Tried
to tell him we fight. Only two outcomes I can see.
I die, or you die.
Yeah, that's usually how a fight goes. Yeah.
He won't put you out of it.
Oh shit!
You for what you are. Go.
What are we doing here, Israel? You're just letting us do our thing so that you could tell him I told you so? Oh damn! What are we doing? Dog, we were just cool. We were just cool with each other. 2 episodes ago, we were crying on each other's shoulder, saying, "I'm here for you as a friend," and now this shit's going down.
Captain Flint killed one of my men and managed to haul the cash to shore. I came in the hopes my presence might buy some time before you reacted to this news.
Follow him?
Oh, no. 6 of my men after him. Their orders, in no uncertain terms.
Kill him.
Captain Flint and retrieve the cash.
Shit. How the hell do you know? Billy, shut up. Man, get out of here. The adults are talking.
I instructed them to kill Captain Flint.
That's what he wanted. Yep. That's what this whole thing was about. It came to be after all, huh? Man, I was convinced there. No cap. I was convinced there that the like Flint and John would recognize kind of the situation that's happening. Which was obviously the objective was to fracture their like relationship. And I was hoping that they were going to be able to identify it and like kind of like call the shot and be able to adjust, adapt, make a plan to kind of like circumvent this whole like killing Flint aspect that we were like leading to with this cash exchange. But now I don't think that's going to happen anymore. Dude, the bill, I love the fact that I was thinking for the longest time we were going back to Nizal, it's going to take place, this battle, exchange, whatever. But the fact that we introduce, as many people have alluded to, like the history, the lore behind this show, going to Skeleton Island, Skull Island, so to speak, notorious in terms of, you know, obviously like pirate lore, pirate history. But like, I'm loving this whole aura of mystery behind it, of like Flint telling us a story about Avery, one of the first few pirate crews to stumble upon the island, the whole 31 guys, cannibalism. Like I mean, you can kind of see that's where maybe some of the lore and the mythos maybe came with pirates, like dead men and skeletons, and I don't know, maybe it's a far-fetched reach, but holy hell, the significance of Skull Island, the significance now of John committing to this whole, like, I'm gonna kill him. Where do we go from here, Flint? What's the plan now? Huh? You're just gonna store, I guess you're just gonna hide the cash on the island. I guess theoretically that's a game plan, and just like die with the secret of where it's at. I mean, now that I'm kind of saying it out loud, that's probably a pretty good plan if that's the case. Yeah, and then we had obviously Mapleton, given that dude, the introduction or the utilization of Mapleton to funnel information from Red herself to like be like, hey John, or hey what's it called? Jack, got your information here. Now it's your objective to basically go out and do the deed. But I am wondering, because it doesn't seem like Jack or Featherstone have left. Are we going to like establish a crew? Are we just going to do a 2-man job here? I don't know. I mean, obviously they have the information and the wherewithal to like go to wherever Skull Island is. But yeah, and it was finally good to see the clearing up of what's called Bonnie and Max. Obviously that was a very rocky, like rocky relationship that they all had. Obviously Bonnie saving her in the beginning. They kind of saved each other throughout like all the seasons, which obviously led up to the whole betrayal on Max's end. So it was good. It was good to see them like kind of like rectify that relationship. And like I said there, I don't know if this means that, I'm not really sure what this means then for the future of Nizal, because it felt like that whole stipulation that Mrs. Guthrie was offering was that you got to marry this guy, a man's got to be in charge. And the fact that now Max rejected that idea, it's like, okay, so where do we go from there? Like, is Grandma Guthrie going to rescind on her like offering of this partnership? Because it made it sound like, I mean, obviously she wants a man in power. Why not just like let Jack? But it sounds like that what Max was saying was that Mrs. Guthrie wants somebody in power that she knows, that she has control over. So I can only imagine what sort of like progress that like dampers on their end. Even though like Max is insinuating they'll still have control, like I wouldn't trust that situation either with like a Mrs. Guthrie. You never know what the Guthries at this point are capable of. And then knowing Max's history with, you know, Eleanor and her family, or just Eleanor and the name of Guthrie, is she going to be as easily manipulated, you know, as Eleanor was? Because that conversation that she had with Bonnie made it sound like, you know, she learned a lot from Eleanor's mistakes, her history, how she conducted herself, and feels like she's like more adequately prepared to handle a Guthrie. But then we have Grandma Guthrie, who has years of experience. Who knows if she's able to? Who knows if she was able to like fine tune those skills? But guys, regardless, at the end of the day, what more can I say about this show, man? This has been an amazing season so far. I can't wait to see where these next two episodes go. But really, I'm still some Joe Schmo, guys. These are our Black Sails reactions. We'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, peace out.